Cocaine and the Coast Guard, an alarming connection to report tonight about this frontline force in the war on drugs. Federal authorities say that drug traffickers have deeply penetrated a key Coast Guard installation in Florida. NBC correspondent Brian Ross and producer Ira Silverman prepared this exclusive report.
This U.S. Coast Guard station in the Florida Keys at Islamorada is now the focus of a wide-ranging drug corruption case that is expected to go soon to a federal grand jury. Already, in the first phase of the investigation, all 4 members of this elite Coast Guard drug patrol have been sent to prison for dealing kilos of cocaine they had seized from smugglers. And one former Coast Guardsman was murdered by another former Coast Guardsman in a dispute over whether to cooperate with federal investigators. Now, in the still-secret second phase of the corruption case, one of the men in President Bush's Coast Guard protection detail in Maine is reported by federal authorities to be under investigation for dealing cocaine while stationed in Islamorada. And at least 9 other present and former Coast Guardsmen, including one officer still on active duty in Islamorada, are also said to be under investigation. Just last week, the commandant of the Coast Guard, Admiral Paul Yost, said there was no serious corruption problem in the Coast Guard.
Day in, day out, we don't have a drug corruption problem.
But federal authorities say they have hard evidence that corrupt Coast Guardsmen sold out to cocaine traffickers, disabling patrol boats, and to the shock of federal agents raiding smugglers' homes, Coast Guardsmen appear to have provided secret radio codes and frequencies to the smugglers.
If they know that the 2 Black Hawks assigned to Homestead are out of commission on a particular night, that's a night they're going to want to smuggle.
One of the Coast Guardsmen now in prison was on the security detail for George Bush in Florida, Art Sola, who was actively selling cocaine when this picture was taken.
Do you feel that you were the only one who was doing this?
No. There was other people involved, but just me and my crew get caught.
The Coast Guard is now the lead agency in catching smugglers at sea. Federal authorities say the indictments expected soon will show that for enough money, smugglers in the Florida Keys didn't have much to worry about from the Coast Guard. Brian Ross, NBC News.
Also facing federal drug charges in Florida, former Panama dictator Manuel Noriega. Today he won a major legal victory in Miami. The U.S. government agreed to pay Noriega's lawyers' fees so that he can be assured of a fair trial. Noriega's defense attorneys had threatened to withdraw from this case unless they were paid.